It is 1 o'clock. It is Monday. It is time for the Monday message. So excited to be back in the studio to chat with you guys today. My travel schedule, and then we had the holiday. Wasn't able to be in here the last 2 Mondays. So super excited to be in here with everybody. Super excited to chat with everybody. Lots of exciting stuff going on, and I've got some really good content to share today. I'm telling you the 5 things I'm going to talk about. These 5 big thoughts. If you'll just take them and just operate with complete faith that they are true, I'm telling you what will happen for you the rest of this year is going to blow your mind. It's going to absolutely blow your mind. So these 5 things are massive. I can't wait to share them with you. Got lots of recognition to do, travel update, and let's get started with the week. Now this is a summit from the Labor Day week till now. Since we had the holiday, the carriers were closed, and of course our office here was closed. But let's start with David Fleming there at $2,735.52. Brian Allendorf, $2,938.92. Sobner, we got Polo, we got Marissa, we got Mimi Ramiro, we got Henry, Tom Payne there, Cynthia, Eli Rex. We got some apps I slid in while I was away. Ricky, new guy on Rogers and Kim's team. Keep watching his name. Tyler, new person on Adam Burge's team. Watch that name. You got Janet Brush, $5,640.76. Mike Guerra, $6,341.04. Ariel with $6,415.82. Jessica Rasmussen, $6,462.76. Sabrina Floyd, Sabrina Floyd, $6,486.12. David Helgeson, $7,748.72. Cleo Cook, $7,903.84. Mark Hutchison, $8,327.98. Aaron Wilson, $9,114.44. So you got Sydney up there in Detroit, $9,515.52. Robert Averett, $9,950 across 9 apps. Let's look at our top 5 submitted from the week of Labor Day till now. So we've got Jeremico Edwards coming in $9,952.92. Misha Marsh, $10,814.04. Way to go. We got Haley. We got $11,029.80. We got Brianna with $13,012.18 across 11 apps. And number 1, Mercedes Pena, $22,188.92. Way to go, Mercedes. All right, let's look at top 5 paychecks. Weekly paychecks, we got top 5 week paychecks from last week. Got Cleo Cook with $5,296.61. Sabrina Floyd, $5,358.52. Mark Hutchison deposited $6,269.34. Mike Guerra deposited $9,344.56. And Nick Greco, number 1 paycheck, $11,826.43 deposited last week alone. And that was only 2 paychecks because the banks were closed. That's impressive. That is awesome. Man, way to go. That's exciting. Let's look at recruiting. With the base shop here had 2 completed fast tracks. Look at all of the people that contracted at least 1 new agent last week. You got April Bright with 1. You got Sean, I'm guessing that's Sean Quigley with 1. Eli Rex. You got Giovanni. We got Logan. Janet Brush. Chris. Mimi Ramiro. All contracting 1 direct agent. That's awesome. We got G-Rock contracting 2 direct. Adam Burge contracting 3 direct. Base Shop contracting 4 direct. And putting people in licensing. And again, on the pre-licensing, we don't see that data at all. So if you're putting people in pre-licensing, let us know. Let us know about it. We want to give you recognition. Here's my travel schedule. As is, we are looking at the October travel schedule I am looking at, and so I'll be getting those dates out. But here's what we've got coming up. Next Tuesday, I will be in San Diego, California. And then that Saturday, man, I'm doing some travel that week. That Saturday, I'll be in Stamford, Connecticut. That's going to be a morning meeting from 10 till about 1 p.m. So excited to go back up there. That was crazy the last time I was up there. Absolutely crazy what's going on up there. So, Mimi, I can't wait to see what those guys do this week. I mean, I'm just telling you, like, first meeting in a city, first time, rooms full of 40 brand new people. Like, that is insane. Alrighty, I think that's all my stuff. Alrighty, so, then we got national. Oh, I missed that. Good catch. So you got National Boot Camp, October 17th through 19th in Burlington, North Carolina. Holly and I will be there the entire time. I need you to be there. I'm telling you, this event is a great way for you to buy 12 months of life. You can buy 12 months of life by being at this event, because what you're going to learn is going to collapse the time frames. In other words, what you'll learn, the information you'll come out of there with, you will be able to make the kind of money you would be making in 12 months of you just learning and being on the trainings. You'll be able to do it coming out of the event, because that's how much information is going to be there. That's the kind of impactful association that will be happening there. I'm just telling you, but National Boot Camp, Burlington, North Carolina, get your ticket, make your plans. And you say, well, I can't do all that right now. Well, then just get your ticket. And then when you get your next check, start making plans, right? Just one step at a time. If we wait till we can do everything all at one time, then that's how we get caught, and that's how we miss deadlines. We say, well, I'm going to do it all at one time. Just do the first thing that you can do. Get that ticket. Get that ticket. All righty. Good catch. Good catch. All right, so here's what I want to talk about. These are 5 big thoughts that if you can just take these thoughts and let these thoughts guide the way that you operate the rest of this year, I'm telling you, you will perform at a much, much higher level. If you'll look at your calendar, if you'll look at your activities through these 5 things like a lens, you'd look through these 5 things at what you're doing with your time, what you're doing with your days. I'm just telling you what you're doing with your actions and activities. I'm just telling you, if you will just commit all out to these 5 things, that this is how I'm going to operate. Today is Monday, September 8th. From Monday, September 8th through December 31st, this is how I'm going to operate. This is how I'm going to operate. I promise you, you will make a massive move this last little under 4 months of the year that we've got left. Because here's what I know. This time of year is a very special time. Every year, and I say this every time, ask anybody that was here last year, ask anybody who was here the year before, ask somebody like Jarrett Miko or Rogers and Kim that have been here 10, 15 years, ask them, they'll tell you, I say this every year. During the last part of the year, there are people that will make massive, massive moves. Every year it happens. Every year it happens. Personal bests happen. Breakthroughs happen this time of year. I don't know why. I think some of it has to do with just like all of a sudden the urgency of crap that my year's almost gone. Maybe it's the trip, right? You know, like, oh my goodness, I'm behind. I got to get going. I don't know what it is, but here's the thing. Somebody's going to make a massive move. Somebody's going to make an absolutely massive move over the next few months. It might as well be you. It might as well be you. Why not you? Why shouldn't it be you? I want you to make a massive move these last, because here's what that does. That puts you in a different space come January 1st. You will be looking at that year different than you would if you don't have a massive end to the year. I'm just telling you, if you'll commit to these things, you'll be that breakthrough story. You will be that breakthrough story. All right, so let's get started. Number 1, great intentions and plans are good. Great intentions and plans are good, but they're worth absolutely nothing without aggressive execution. So great plans and intentions are good, but they're worth absolutely nothing without aggressive, I almost want to say violent execution. Do you know what I'm saying? Because here's what happens. We have all these plans. Well, we have right now a record amount of people that are just about getting ready to pull the trigger on doing the seminars for estate plan. Just about there. Just about there. There's a big old room. It's crowded in there. There's too many of y'all in there. That's why it's so crowded. There's no elbow room in that room because there's so many people in that room that are getting ready to. I'm in the next few weeks. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna go ahead and get that date. And then someone else comes in the room and it's like, God, it's so crowded in here. Let me tell you what room is wide open. The room on the other side of the door. The room on the other side of the door for people that have pulled the trigger and invested in their estate planning seminars. That room is wide open. It's spacious. Why? Because everybody crams in that first room and only the leaders go through the door. Only the leaders go through the door and start running their estate planning seminars like Adam Burge, like Kath. That I'm just telling you, if it's cramped in that room, don't stay in that room. There's way less money in that room. The other room, all kinds of money to be made. All kinds of money to be made. Same thing with building. I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna do like Burge is doing. I'm gonna invest in having a recruiter, and I'm gonna do all that. But until there's violent execution, until there's aggressive execution, it's not worth anything. Intentions and plans are worth exactly $0 until aggressive execution happens. Once aggressive execution happens, that's when all the plans and intentions turn into dollars in your account. That's when the money starts to flow to you. That's when the feeling of winning starts to flow to you. That's when the impact in others' lives starts to happen on the other side of aggressive execution. I would rather have someone execute a half-cocked plan, a half-baked plan, than someone have a perfect plan that hasn't been executed on. Why? A half-baked plan with even some execution is worth exponentially more than the best plan in the world that is perfectly planned out and tidied up. Beautiful, beautiful plan. You got to see this plan. This plan is so beautiful. It's worth nothing. It's worth nothing in comparison to a half-baked plan with at least some execution. So let's empty out what I like to call the should list, like the stuff I know I should do. I should do that. I know I should get it scheduled with Cindy Seal to get my mailing started for the seminar. I know I should start building a team. I know I should start selling IULs. I know I should start asking about safe money so that I can find annuities out there. I know I should increase my ad spend to create more leads. Hey, let's make this the time that we just pull the trigger. Because let me tell you something. Unexecuted intentions are currently a weight around your self-esteem. Let me say it again. Unexecuted intentions are currently a weight around your self-esteem. Why? Because every day that passes without us doing the things we know we should, we are adding weight to our self-esteem. It's pulling us down. The fastest way to deplete self-esteem is to do less than you're capable of. That's why you see people that just kind of deadhead their way through their job. Very low self-esteem. You can see their body posture. You can see it in their body posture because they're just deadheading their way through their job, deadheading their way through what they're doing. You can see it in their posture. Whereas you see someone that is aggressively attacking the things that they know they should do, their posture is completely different. Their energy is completely different. Their self-esteem is exponentially higher. So this last half of the year, no more intentions, no more plans. Execution, 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 execution. And what does aggressive execution look like? Doing what we're supposed to do, when we're supposed to do it, in the spirit of service that it merits. You could wake me up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'll give you the same exact definition of what true aggressive execution means. It means doing what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, in the spirit of service you're supposed to do it in. All right, number 2, big thought for the rest of the year. Budget your energy and your emotions as well as time and money. We tend to think of time and money as the two things we budget. And that puts us way ahead of most of the world, because most of the world doesn't budget either of them. They don't budget either of them, right? So we tend to think of those two things. Those are very tangible things, right? We see the clock ticking, right? We see the money in our account. So those are very tangible things to budget. But I'm going to challenge you to do more than that the rest of this year. I want you to budget your energy and your emotions. The difference between elite people and just okay performers is that elite people budget their energy and their emotions. The average person gives no thought to it. They give no thought to it. That's why they allow themselves to get pulled into online arguments. That's why they're in every stupid insurance Facebook group on God's green earth. Like, I'm in this Facebook group, I'm in this Facebook group, I'm in this Facebook group. How do you have time and energy and emotions for it? I don't understand. I'm not in any of them. But I'm trying to get something massive done. Does that make sense? So what are you giving your energy and your emotions to? I'm going to give my energy and my emotions to my top 3 priorities in life. My top 3 priorities in life are very crystal clear. It's my spiritual life, my family, and my business. I give my energy and emotions to those things. I don't give my energy and emotions to stupid social media. I don't give my energy and my emotions to things that don't matter. I don't give my energy and emotions to people that aren't going to help encourage and uplift me in where I'm trying to go. I'm not giving my time and energy into negative people. I'm not going to give my energy and emotions to them. I can't give my energies and my emotions to just spread all over. That's why most people don't accomplish much in life. They're spread all over. They give their energy and their emotions to everything. All right? Now we're gonna take it the next step, right? So we narrow it down. What am I going to give my energy and my emotions to this last half of the year? What does that list look like? How small can you make it? The reason I say how small can you make it is because concentration happens by reducing the things we're willing to give our energy and our emotions to. The things we give our emotions and our energy to, if we can reduce that list smaller and smaller, it'll be concentrated on those very important, those most important things in getting us to where we want to go. So how narrow can you get that list? I'm no longer going to give my energy and my emotions to this. I'm no longer going to give my energy and my emotions to that. I think about this time of year with college football. It always amazes me how low performers can know so much about something that has absolutely no impact on their future. They know everything about and this part of this because I live in North Carolina, right? They know everything about the recruiting class coming up in 2026. They know everything about that, but they know nothing about estate planning. Blows my mind. Like, how could you? Why are you all into that? That is not going to change your future. You going head first into estate planning will absolutely change your future. They give all their energy and their emotion to that, but yet their spouse is strangely distant. Can you see the confusion? That is never going to change anything about your life. That is never going to change anything about your life. Being in 8 million stupid Facebook groups about insurance and whatever is not going to change your life. Going headlong into estate planning, like Adam Burge did, you see his paychecks over the year. You've seen like the $100,000 pay month he had in April. That'll change your future. So what am I going to give it to? Right? Once we get that determined, here's the problem. Things will come up that will seem to demand your energy and your emotions. They'll seem to demand it. These are the things that I call hiccups that happen, right? It's just a little hiccup that happened. And yet, I'm going to lose my mind over it. I'm going to lose my mind over this hiccup. I'm going to blast somebody, on just over this hiccup. I'm going to be angry for days over this little hiccup. When those little hiccups come, we have to decide, is this worth taking from my budget? Stranger almost hits you in traffic. How much energy are you going to devote to that? Is it worth taking it from your budget? Someone makes a snide comment to you. Is it worth taking energy and emotions from your budget? Because you've only got so much. It like time is finite. And so when little things happen, if you pull from your budget and throw it at that, now you've got less for the important stuff. That's why really angry people don't get a lot of impactful stuff done in their life. Because using all their energy and emotions on things that won't change their future. They're still upset. They're still spending budget today from hurts that happened 10 years ago. 10 years ago. And they're still angry about it. I was trying to help a guy through this, and he said, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm just kind of guy that holds a grudge. And I said, well, you're gonna end up dumb and poor because you're spending all your time and energy on all these grudges. It's not available for you to grow yourself and to grow your business. So is that worth it? Because you're taking from your current budget to spend it on that. Some people pull from the current budget and they spend it on a spouse they ain't seen in 5 years. What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't spend that. Spend it on what matters. So narrow that list and then beware the stuff that comes up. Beware the triggers, right? I like to call them hiccups that happen because then that makes it smaller in my mind. And I usually just go, oh, 'twas but a hiccup. Nothing to worry about here. Nothing to see here, folks. Just a little hiccup. Let's get back on it, right? That's what high performers do. They don't pull from their budget to address things that won't matter. If it won't matter in the future, why would I spend from my present budget? Or if it will only matter this much in the future, why would I pull this much from my budget? It's illogical. It makes no sense. But that's what lower performers do. They'll pull from the budget for stuff in the past or stuff that won't matter 5 years down the road. So narrow that list. What is the stuff I'm going to give my energy and my emotions to this last part of the year? And just beware, stuff's going to come up that's going to try and pull from that budget. But you've got to look at it like money that's already been budgeted, right? Why does Integrity, the parent company, why do they spend money on the things they spend money on? Because it's part of their plan to get where they want to go. So they don't like pull from that budget to go do something crazy, right? They've got a plan. Energy and emotions the same. How narrow is that list? And is it worth pulling from what you got budgeted there for the little things that happen along the way, the little hiccups, the news stories, the things that just start, just anything that comes at you, don't pull from that budget because I want you to get where you want to go. All right, number 3, genuine desire to move always beats pushing to do. Genuine desire to move always beats pushing to do. Now, like I told you, these are lenses, right? So they apply in a lot of areas, right? This same thing can apply to parenting. Genuine desire to move your children the right way always beats heavy rule-based parenting, heavy rule-based, consequence-based parenting. Genuine desire to move always beats that. In sales, when you're selling clients, genuine desire to move them the right direction makes you powerful. Simply pushing them to do, in other words, pushing for a sale, that's going to be less effective. You will get less sales and less of them will stay on the books. A genuine desire, like my genuine desire is to move you into estate planning because I know what that'll do for you. Versus me just trying to scold you into doing it. That is not as powerful as me going, guys, there's so much there. I want you to have it. I want you to have a $100,000 pay month like Adam Burge. I want you to have that. Like Adam and Cindy had in it. I want you to have that. I want you to have the fire that he's got for. I want you to have, it's like genuine desire to move versus simply just pushing to do. Genuine desire to move is leadership. Pushing to do is management. Get these tasks done, check these boxes immediately, check these boxes, versus genuine desire to move. So this shapes all your interactions. That what this does is it helps keep you and I operating from a pure motive. It keeps us operating from a pure motive. Because here's the thing about you and me. We're just a couple of imperfect people that are works in progress. We are prone to greediness and selfishness. It is what it is. Like, well, not me. Those people are the worst. You got to watch out for those people. Self-righteous people scare me. We're just imperfect people. The needs of our current, it can pull us from a genuine motive. And so going to this genuine desire to move in each interaction, before my appointment, what's my genuine desire to move these people towards? I want to move them towards never ending up on GoFundMe.com. So we're going to move them towards a final expense policy. I genuinely want to move these people towards an estate plan because I don't want their family to all hate each other and never speak to each other over the stuff that happens in probate. A genuine desire to move. I want to bring this person on my team and impact their life, not just put up a recruiting number. Can you see the difference? They'll look the same on a spreadsheet, but you'll know you did the right thing, focusing on a genuine desire to move versus just pushing to do. All right, number 4. The quality, and you will hear me say this all the time, the quality of your questions is going to determine the quality of your life. There is no way around it. That is as true as gravity. If you step off a building, you are not going sideways or up. You're going straight down. This is that true. This is that kind of foundational truth. The quality of the questions you ask will determine the quality of the life that you receive. And again, these things apply in everything. This applies in your marriage. Quality questions in your marriage lead to a quality marriage. Quality questions always lead to quality outcomes. Quality of your questions will determine the quality of your life. So as we move through the rest of September and October and November and December, let's me and you be aware of the quality of the questions we're asking. Because they're either quality or they're not. They're either quality or they're not. There's no third direction. Is what I'm asking a quality question? What would be a better question? I see it when I'm around people, especially when I'm out doing hotspots, and I listen to the questions people ask, and I'll go, that is a really bad question. That is a question that doesn't lead much quality. And then I'll hear a good question, and I'll go, and some of you will even see me, sometimes I can't even keep it inside. When I get a good question in a hotspot, I'm like, that's a great question. So I get excited because I'm like, they're asking quality questions. That's a quality question. That's a quality question. I know where that leads. So what would a better question be? Right? You and I are already thinking in questions. Now, the masses of underperformers, they think in statement form. Everything's a statement. Everything's a statement. They don't ask a quality question. A statement would be, these leads suck, right? That's a statement. Quality question would be, how can I get more out of them? A quality question would be, how can I move towards estate planning? I can't do estate planning. I don't have the funds for it. Okay, that's a statement. How could I create the funds for estate planning to take that for? What is my first step in doing that? Can you see the difference? What is the best possible question? Because that's how you get to the best possible answer. When I'm around the top executives at Integrity, I spend time ahead of time thinking and typing out quality questions so that I'm prepared to get the best answers I can. Because I know my time with folks like that is very, very short, right? So I need to get the most I can. And I don't want to be one of those statement people. And I don't ever want the people that I'm trying to get quality information from to internally go, God, that was a bad question, Davies. That was a bad question. Because they'll be nice, right? Because that's what most people do. But internally, I want to ask a question that never creates that response internally. All right, last one. This is big. Think and act in abundance. Think and act in abundance and gratitude. If we think and act in abundance and gratitude, that leads to quality actions. That leads to being happy. That leads to being fulfilled. That leads to massive paychecks. Thinking in terms of abundance and gratitude. Let's talk about abundance for a minute. Low performers always think in scarcity. That's why they're always trying to spend the least possible on leads. Just the least possible, but want massive results. Scarcity is time, right? We drag the activity out to fill the time instead of trying to create abundance by doing the most we can in that period of time. Abundance is love. The most that happiest people on planet Earth are the ones that give out the most love. Abundant people give out love. Scarce people, they don't give out love. Why? Because in their minds, there's not enough to go around. In their minds, they're that narrow with it. Forgiveness, right? Forgiveness. Abundant people are easy. They forgive easy. Scarce people, they like to hold on to stuff. They like to hold on to it in case they need it. Pull it out of their back pocket. Be like, you remember that time you did that, right? That's scarcity. Investing in your business. Hiring quality staff. Traveling to go see your people. I'm so proud of Mimi traveling multiple times from California to Connecticut. Alphabetically, they might be close. Geographically, I don't think they could be further. I'm so proud of you, Mimi. I mean, that is an abundant thought process. There's magic happening there. I've got to be there in person. I'm so proud of you, Mimi. A scarce person, what they would try and do is they'd go, well, maybe I just could go like once a quarter or, every 6 months. And then I'll just do some Zooms because that would be cheaper. That is scarce. You don't create magic from scarcity. Magic is created in abundance, in abundance, in abundance, in abundance. There's a great book. If you're like going, God, he's stepping all over my feet. Just realize, people tell me all the time, you were stepping all over my feet on the Monday message. I'm like, bro, I'm talking to me and you, right? I'm reminding me of these things because we're all prone, right? We're all prone to being pulled the wrong way. But if you're like, dude, this was stepping on my toes, Stephen. Okay, let me recommend a book. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, T. Harv Eker. Now, don't get into all his seminars because read the book though. Read the book. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Step over into abundance. Act in abundance. All right, so that was the first part, abundance, and then gratitude. I start my morning like Holly jokes around, I'm like the most routine-oriented person in the morning. It's true. Because I learned that's how high performers are. They have quality habits. They do the same, they do their quality habits. They don't wake up and just kind of make the day up as they go. But one of the things I do every single morning, even when I'm traveling and I'm tired, is spend time in gratitude. Because I want to operate better that day. Now, is my track record perfect? No, because I'm just like you. I'm a work in progress just like you. But I'll notice the day feels different and I'll go, you skipped it this morning. And then I'll take time to do it then. Why? Because I want to think through gratitude. Gratitude and abundance are closely related. One gets to the other gets to the one. Flip it, reverse it, they work together. You will never find a scarce person that's grateful, as well as you'll never find an entitled person that's abundant. The two, they can't exist, right? It's like being angry and glad at the same time, right? Only sociopaths can do that. In the functioning brain of a healthy human, those two can't exist at the same time. This is the same thing. You can't be scarce and abundant. You can't be grateful and entitled. You can't be grateful and scarce, right? Because scarce will take away your gratitude. Just like you can't be abundant and not end up grateful. And you can't be grateful and not end up abundant. So it's a great way to start the day. Practice gratitude. Doesn't have to be hours. We're talking 5-10 minutes, 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. Just give me 5 minutes each morning. Just give me 5 minutes. We just spend some time in thought, thinking on all the stuff you're grateful for. It's crazy. This morning when I was doing that, I remembered something from 18 years ago that I hadn't thought about in probably 18 years, and just went, golly, that was incredible the way that worked out. That was incredible the way that happened for me. So think and act in gratitude and abundance. Think and act in abundance and gratitude. You can phrase it any way you want. Whatever works better for your notes, because you can't have one without the other, right? They work. So here's what I'm telling you. These 5 things, great intentions are good, but worth nothing without aggressive execution. Let's go with that. That's a little more, but I mean violent execution. Budget our energy and our emotions, right? Don't take from the current budget. Once you budget it, get it narrow, get it concentrated, and then don't take from that budget. Genuine desire to move beats pushing to do. Quality of the questions determines the quality of your life. And then think and act in abundance. These 5 big thoughts, let's me and you keep each other accountable. Let's me and you operate through these the rest of the year. I promise you, If you do, you and I are going to meet on December 31st, and we're both going to be happy. We're both going to be fulfilled, and we're both going to be absolutely blown away at what we got accomplished. Guys, Holly and I love you. We want you to win more than you can possibly imagine. So let's get these 5 things. Let's grip it and growl. Let's attack the day. Let's attack the week. Let's attack the month. Let's attack the rest of this year. Let's get out and get it.